I took Casey Neistat's film class. And even though I didn't finish it, at the end of it, I remember thinking, this was ass. I procrastinated halfway through the first assignment, and when the due date was coming around the corner, I had Casey on my back saying, just pick up a camera, any camera, Nike that shit. And with the clock ticking, I shot a short film about this poem that I wrote back in community college. It was called Green Circle. I felt so defeated. I can't explain to you why I feel defeated in the first place. Why did you leave me alone? In kindergarten, I had this teacher. Her name was Miss Sloan, and she read us this book about this caterpillar that was eating holes in everything.
Head east on Randolph Place toward Kirby Parkway.
I don't know where anything is without GPS. The objective of the book is to teach a bunch of kindergartners about shapes and colors and whatnot. I'm gonna try and film this, but I gotta sneak in Target without them catching me, so we'll see how this go. Excuse me, I'm looking for a children's book, The Hungry Caterpillar.
The book, you go all the way down here to the very end and take a right, you'll see all the books.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh. The Hungry Caterpillar by Eric Carle. And she read us this book and she showed us the pictures. Like, it's so nostalgic. She showed us the pictures, and the whole objective is to teach kindergartners about colors, red, green, blue, and red, about shapes, about fruit, about an animal, the caterpillar. Like, the whole objective is to teach a bunch of kindergartners some things that kindergartners are supposed to learn. So Miss Sloan take all of the students of the class to the back one by one, and she opened up a curtain, you walk in, and she closed it behind you. And behind the curtain, there was a chair, there was an easel with an art book in it where each student got their own individual page. There were paintbrushes and a lot of green paint. And your only objective is to paint a green circle. And that's something you can count on a child to do. Like, you just showed us what a circle was. She showed us what the color green was. Like, we know. So going to the back and painting a green circle should be an easy task. For me, this seemingly simplistic task was daunting. It was something that caused me immeasurable pain, and I couldn't handle it. I didn't have the tools or the resources that I needed to be able to complete the task in hand. Like, maybe if I had stencils, maybe if I had a protractor, I would have been able to do it. But I didn't. I didn't have any of the bare necessities that I needed to get the task done. One attempt turned into 2 attempts, and 2 attempts turned into 5. And before you knew it, instead of just a green circle or many green circles, I had covered the entire page. green. I felt so defeated. And like, I'm a child, like a small child. Like, I can't explain to you why I feel defeated in the first place. But you're the adult in this situation. Like, why should I have to feel all of these things I am feel? Like, why did you leave me alone to go through these frustrations? Like, this whole fiasco represents me as a person so well, I feel, because like it is the personification of crippling perfectionism. I couldn't do anything because I couldn't get a green circle just the way that it needed to be. If I want to be an artist, I can't let outside factors or internal factors like my crippling perfectionism stop me from doing what I love to do, create. So I got a plan.
Customer assistance needed in spray paint.
The city had this event called Paint Memphis, where there is an entire 3 blocks of graffiti, just 3 blocks of graffiti from all kind of talented artists from around the world. And I am by no means a painter, and even when I did paint, I am by no means any good. But that doesn't mean that I don't have my own message to leave behind.
Stupid fresh make 'em wonder why I haven't failed check. Shoot game proper so I don't never spell check. Falls to the people with my pumped up kicks. My life's dope. If you fiend then you get your fix. Wellington, fresh to death, made the freshest survive. Kill it, and when I go I be the freshest who died. Boy, I killed the whole scene, mass murder with the mask off. The hearse was in the package and the funerals is half out. Feeling like an all-star, and I'm in my Converse. Laughter from the irony, cause now they wanna converse. The haters steady hating and the brides they amazed. Cause now I'm dug enough to get with Patty Mayonnaise.
The first assignment in Casey Neistat's film class should have taught me everything that I needed to know. But at the time, I couldn't really see that. I've been grinding YouTube for 5 or 6 years at that point, and I knew how to make videos. I wasn't really looking to be educated in the art of filmmaking. I needed a solve for my YouTube problem. I was trying to blow up and act like I ain't know nobody for real. Casey essentially spoke in parables, but I ain't got time for your riddles. But I was going through a lot at the time anyway. And after I failed his film class, I stopped making content for a year. After like 5 or 6 years of consistently thinking about content and planning content and making videos for YouTube, I set it down for a year. And in that time off, I figured out that I didn't love myself. I built a relationship with God, and with the help of a friend, I conquered depression. I stopped giving my time to people who didn't deserve it. And when I finally started to pick back up all the pieces of myself that I put down, and I come back to YouTube, I remember Casey Neistat's film class. I'm going through, I'm reading comments, and I came to the conclusion that his film class wasn't even about YouTube. It was about filmmaking and the process of filmmaking. But I kind of blamed him a little bit for my own problems. And in the first lesson, where He said, pick up a camera, any camera, and just do it. The lesson in discipline that I could have learned went right over my head. Which, crazy enough, is exactly what I needed to make YouTube work for me. So, somebody, literally anybody, tell Casey Neistat I'm sorry.